This video is going to be like a chit chat. I just want to treat it as if I'm speaking to friends and family members because of the questions I've been asked and I've been receiving from different people regarding how they can use the new visa system to come to the UK. And obviously there have been a lot of videos of people who have been able to come over to the UK, Canada, US, Australia and other countries. So I'm not surprised that people want to know. Actually, some people have even called me at the middle of the night or sent me messages because they are so frustrated and saying I should help them to come over. So, and I think this video will help people, and since my channel is African Heritage Identity, Nigeria and African Heritage Language Identity, I just feel it will be a good place to put this video. I hope you find this video useful. Hi, my name is Mabel and I'm known on this channel as Auntie Mabel. In this video, I'm going to try and provide some sort of answer to some of the questions that people have been asking regarding relocating to the UK, as I said in the intro. So I'm going to answer the route and the venue, the ways I know of that people can come over to the UK currently, and what people in Nigeria can do to help, and what people, those of us in the diaspora, can do to assist those back home. This is just to set a clear and to clarify some misunderstanding that is going on, so that we all have a clearer understanding of what is possible and what is not possible. And these are some of the responses I've given to people who have contacted me directly. And I know that there are some family members who might not have contacted me directly, or also I know other people that are in the same predicament as myself, who many family members have been contacting to help them to use the current available opportunity to come over. So first of all, there are several routes which you can use to come to the UK, and one of them is work opportunity. Initially, there was a lot of care work and support work opportunity, and people over here, organization agencies and care settings, care home and various care organization agencies were given some certain PIN number which they will use to employ some people from back home. It's not only Nigeria, Africa and other places where unemployment is high. That was one route, and that keeps changing. Sometimes it's changed from job to job. So because it keeps changing, I think it will be important for those of you who are in Nigeria who want to come over to keep on top of things. The best thing I will tell you is to always go on the British High Commission website and check what are the current available ways to come over. Or otherwise, watch those YouTube channels. There are genuine YouTube channel people who are researching, who are on top of this. Not many of us are in that category. In as much as I have a YouTube channel, I didn't really want to jump on the bandwagon and start making video regarding that. Some people are doing it genuinely. Some people are really researching to help other people, and also obviously to make their channel to grow. But I haven't got the capacity to do those research. That's why I haven't done it. I haven't been jumping in that bandwagon. But however, because people are asking me this question, I decided to just answer some of these questions. So there are people actually who have actually journeyed from Nigeria, who already have YouTube channel in Nigeria, who have continued to share their experiences and what they did to come over, the money it cost them. So all of those information you can easily get on various YouTube channels. If you even type in there, oh, I want to relocate to Nigeria on YouTube channel, you will see a lot of videos will pop up. So that's one avenue to come over to the UK, and I think it's applicable to some other part of the diaspora or some other part of the Western world as well. It varies from country to country. I know Canada has always been very open to taking people. Obviously, there's also the high skill visa. All of those has always been there. They have always wanted those high skill visas as well. Even the doctors, really those who are doctors in the medical field, doctor, nurses, and midwives, they are in high demand as well. So, but all of this, I must clarify to people, there is still some element of work that you need to do. I mean, you need to be on top of things. I think sometimes the misunderstanding is people think because we're in the UK, it's just like the way you do in Nigeria, you can then give somebody a letter to go and see the employer and they will just pick you from Benin to Lagos. It doesn't work like that. It involves a lot of processes and procedures that have to be adhered to. And you are in a better position to do that research for yourself in Nigeria. Because this, when you come over, in this part of the world, is do-it-yourself kind of situation. Everybody is so busy with their life and work and so many things that bog them down that they don't have time to carry your problem and take it on top of themselves. Otherwise, they can't even survive. So that's one. Also, there's also the scholarship route. So if you want to come and study, you know that's always been, a lot of people know that have always been, if you want to come and study for masters or any of the post degree or the first degree, but they do cost a lot of money. But however, there is a scholarship option which you have to meet a lot of criteria to qualify for that scholarship. And it's also something I think you in Nigeria, all of you in Nigeria, young people or adult, whoever want to come, if you are educated enough to want to come to the UK, I think you have to start developing the skills to use online, to go online and do your research properly, because it is very important. You have to learn to do that, because whatever things they expect from you, you need to be aware so that you know that by the time you're applying for that job, you know the requirement and the expectation, what is expected of you. So there's no cutting corners. So that is that as well. Also, another thing I want to add at this junction is that it is not some of them, a lot of all of this, in as much as some people are saying this, some people who have option, who they will say pay £5,000 or some certain huge amount of money for them to process the whole thing for you. Many people don't have that money. Many of your friends and family members in the UK don't even have that 5,000 to pay upfront for you, somebody to process the paper for you. Or there are other additional costs it will still cost you to travel, to make the rest of your preparation as well before you get here. And another question some people have asked, is it only, especially when the care visa was on? I know many people don't really want, they're already doing some good job in Nigeria, good jobs in Nigeria. They don't really want to come here, come and be cleaning, taking care of old people and doing those very dirty jobs, you know, bathing and washing and feeding and, you know, all those mundane jobs that many people don't even want to do in Nigeria. Some people are saying if they come, will they have to do that job, or can they change to something else? The contract which the visa is given to you, make sure you are prepared to adhere to that contract of the visa. Otherwise, you might get yourself into trouble when you come over here if your intention is not to do that job. So that's what I would just say regarding that as well. And another thing I want to try and say to people, I know I just want to clarify, I just want to throw this out there. Your friends and family members in the UK are not wicked. They are not trying to deprive you from coming or getting away from Nigeria. I know it's in a state now. I just want to refer back to how when some of us came over here. I've been in the UK over 30 years. I remember when we came, many of us didn't even want to stay in the UK for more than 2-3 years, because home was where our hearts were. And our family members, I remember, okay, some of you who are young might not remember, because during the Abacha time, that was, we came over, and soon after it was Abacha terrorizing the whole country, and our family members was even saying, we just like almost similar to what it is now. We want to run away, you can't be coming back home. This is why some of us ended up staying this long. My heart has always been at home, and even I know majority of people in my situation who have never felt at home here. it's not really nice to be staying in this cold weather and not having your friends and family members around you. I know some people are very comfortable, are very happy here, but not many people are happy here. Many people, our plan has always been to go home, and my plan in particular, I've always said, I always see myself as if I've come here to learn some skills to go and use to make a difference in my country. That's actually why I used to travel. Myself and my family used to travel home regularly. Those who know us know we used to go almost every year where possible, until this recent incident that now happened that is making it impossible for us to travel home. Actually, by this stage of my life, I was actually saying, because I've raised my children, they are now adults, I was actually thinking, my plan was really to relocate back home. By now, I actually wanted to be with my husband in his village, just be planting our organic vegetables and rearing our organic goat and chicken, because those were the things we were raised in. When we were brought up with all those healthy, good organic food, mango ripe on the tree and everything, that now, even when you go to Nigeria to get a good mango that ripe on the tree, you have to live in those rural areas. That was really the rural life and gentle, quiet life I wanted to go and live. And I didn't want to wait until I'm old to do something to make an impact in my country before going. But with the story you are hearing everywhere, even the villages are not safe anymore. This is why some of us are we are really frustrated. There are some of us who are now trying to have a plan B, because that was our only plan. That was the main plan we had. That, once we raise our children, we have small money, we already build one small house in the village, we just go there and actually teach people to go back to the farm, to know that even here, being a farmer is seen as a very noble job. It's not a poor person's job to be a farmer. Anything that legally give you food for your family and clothe you, that is what is important. I grew up in the farm. My dad was able to do rice farm and pay even boarding school fees for us. And I don't see any reason wrong. I don't see anything wrong in farming and in doing things. There are so many opportunities now. People are doing pig farm, some people are doing fish farm, snail farm, and the rest of it. But I just really I didn't really want the agriculture side of farming. I really wanted the organic farming, because this is what many people are actually trying to go back to here, going back to actually eating the real food. And all those food that are unprocessed, that are like, bring yam, peel it, even boil the yam, boil the yam with the skin, boiling plantain with skin. People have actually even noticed now it's even healthier. There are some certain nutrients that can go into your food when you actually boil it that way. All those were the things we were brought up with, we thought we were suffering. So anyway, I don't really want to bore everybody with this. Those of you, my story, my conclusion to this, I just wanted to make it as relatable as possible. My point in all of this is that if you have opportunity to come, you can afford to do all the necessary things. Some people don't even have passport. That's where you have to begin there step by step on what you have to do. And if there are things, for example, anything you are coming to do here, for example, if you want to do care work or support work, you need to do some elementary kind of training back home, so that the people know that you have an understanding for what you are coming to do. So that's what they will build your top of your training on when you get here. So find out the route you want to use to come, and know the steps that are required to do it. Then if you have a family member over here, when you have done the homework, then you can then discuss it with them. I say, sister, brother, uncle, auntie, or whoever. This is what I've done ABC. I now want to apply to the agency here for a job and all of that, and they find a way to support you. But in a situation where you just feel, we can just go in there and pick everybody that is wanting to come, and it's not like just going to Boma to take somebody and say, come to Lagos to come and live with me. I wish that is how it is. Many of us would be very happy to bring you guys here. And to be honest with you, if Nigeria was safe, or even where it was before, when we all used to travel home regularly, then we would have all been there. Because the good old days, things have never been perfect, and it wasn't perfect here. When we used to travel home, there was still the fear of armed robbers. Those old days, when an armed robber see you on the road or come to your house, they take your money and they leave you and they go. And those of us who didn't have too much to show off, we don't have the flashy car, they know we don't have that much money. Little money we have, we are using to help friends and family around. they don't really run after you. But even if they come, whatever you have, you give them, you let them take. They spare your life. Is this evil now that has not befallen our country that is making everybody? I can understand why people really want to Japa, as they call it. So please, if you want to Japa, let's do it in an honorable manner. And please, I will still advise people, if you will listen, don't go through that road of Libya and go through the sea, because many people are perishing. Because you have one or two who have passed through that route and I say, oh, we are in Italy, we are in Germany, or we made our way through Romania to wherever, or to Ukraine, or wherever, we are now where we are. For every successful story, there are thousands that have perished on the way that you don't hear and you don't know about. So please, please, let's try not to let this cause division among us, and don't let it bring hatred and bitterness, thinking those of you are abroad, you are so selfish, you don't want to help us. That is not the story. That is not the fact. That's not the how things work here. It's not easy for us to just carry everybody and be on the internet and trying to find out, or which care route can you use to come, scholarship route can you use to come, or which dependency visa is available there. It's not easy. So you people have to be prepared to do the groundwork and the homework again, please. And I hope this video makes sense. I don't really want to be giving practical day-to-day steps, because they change all the time, as I have said some part of this video. And those of you who are in diaspora, who have family members over there who are bothering you, probably you can share this video with them. This is my own experience from what people have been asking me. And since this is a channel where I talk about African heritage and identity and languages, I just feel I should just put it out here in this video for everybody to see. So I hope it's helpful. And if you have any questions, please ask me in the comment section, so that I will try and either answer them directly in the comment section, or then probably make another video to answer the question, collate all the questions and answer them in one video to make it easy, so that everybody can benefit from it. On that note, I will say thank you very much for listening. As I will always say to my Esan people, Wabulu in Esan is thank you to all of you, while Wakimbwe in Esan language is thank you to all of you. God bless you all. Thank you. Bye.